In a previous tutorial, we've looked at creating a meta unit like this and using 16 of them to create this wreath. We've also looked at if we just flip over the unit like this to just change our unit slightly, that we can create this wreath. What I'm now going to do is I want to show you how we can change that meta unit slightly and create something that looks a little bit like this. So you'll see here it looks slightly different. It's a bit more three-dimensional, so you can see the differences with it, but actually we're still using that same pretty much base unit. So let's just refold that one again and just see what changes we need to make to it. So I have some paper here. So remember to fold the unit, and we do the same basic folding of the unit, it's just at the very end that we make a slight difference. So I'm just going to fold it in half, and I'm going to open that up, and I'm going to fold it in half again, just like that. And then we're going to fold in the corners here at the top into the middle. So we're just going to fold it like that. And then I'm just going to fold this one in. And now this is what we should have. So you get your two flaps folded in. Now the next thing we need to do is just to fold the bottom into the middle here. So I'm just going to open that out so you can see. So bottom up to the middle line, and again we crease. Open it out again, and now you can see what we have. So we've got our two lines there. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to have this bit here. I find the easiest way to do that is to flip it over and just bring the two folds together. So the fold that is here needs to come into the fold at the middle. So that's just what we're doing there. And if we just do that and then just crease, so I'm just creasing the underneath. And if I open this up, you can see there's that crease. So I'll just make it again. So now this is what we have. Now what I want to do is I want to invert this fold. So if I just fold it back on itself, like that. So now that's what we have. And remember, we just fold these back in again and go like that, and then we turn it over, and we're just going to bring in these little flaps here. So this is all exactly the same as we've done before on the meta unit. Nothing has changed so far. And then I just fold this one up again. And that was the basic unit that we had before. Now this is where this one slightly changes. So what we do is we just turn it over. And what we're going to do is we're going to fold this bit here, this tip bit here in, and we're going to fold it in to the halfway line here. So if I move it, if I just fold it, begin the fold. Now it's really important here, and I'll just bring it up here so you can see. You see this little line here, which is going to be our pocket. That needs to line up with the halfway here. So I just make sure, and I tend to align it here and then make sure that it's properly aligned down here at the bottom as well. So that seems to be okay now. So now I can crease here. So again, now that I've done it, you should be able to see that there is a line just running all the way up there. Okay, and then if I turn it over and do the same on the other side. So again, I fold it in. I again just make sure that I'm aligning here with here. Align at the bottom edge, the bottom lip, and then just crease. Now you will see sometimes that, you see here, it just gets a little bit caught, I suppose. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open it out and just do that and fold again, and just make sure that that is nicely flattened. If you don't get that flat there, then you're going to have a little bit of a problem, because this is actually the bit that's going to be seen. So it's really important that you do get that flat. So there is your unit. Now it looks very similar to the one we previously had. We've just introduced a little bit of a 3D element to it. Okay, so this is what we had previously. I'll just turn it this way. So again here we've got our tip, and we've got our pocket, tip and our pocket, but instead of being a 2D shape here, now we have a 3D shape. So that is just our basic folding. And now we need 12. So to make the full model, we have 12 units here, and I've got 6 different colours. So I'm just going to take the first 2, and I'm going to put tip into pocket, turn it over, and again tip into pocket. So you can start to see the 3D shape happening. I'm going to take the blue one here, and again tip into pocket, turn it over, and tip into pocket. Sometimes it's just a little bit difficult to get them in, so you just need to persevere with it. So again, tip into pocket, turn it over, tip into pocket. So now we've got 4 units done. Next we're going to go with the yellow one, and just be careful with it and just make sure that you're getting your tips into your pockets. Now different papers work differently here. This paper is matte, so it doesn't really slide against each other as well as some papers can, but you just need to keep going with it, just persevere. So there's halfway. We go purple into orange. And then next one is pink. Now you just tighten as you go, because otherwise you just won't have room for everything. So you just go pink into purple again. Blue into pink. Green one is next. So we just have 2 more left to put in. So I'm just slotting in the yellow one now, into the green, and then finally the orange goes into the yellow. Now you have a little bit less space here, so you just need to just be careful with it, turn it over, and then the orange just slots in. So I'll just tighten this all up a little bit, and now you can just see that the purple slots nicely into the orange here on one side, and then you just turn it over and do the same on the other side. So there is your 3-dimensional. Okay. So you can see in there's a little bit of a pattern happening on the inside as well. So this one is made from 10 centimeter square sheets of paper. I have this one, which was from 15 centimeter square, so you can see there's a bit of a difference there. And these ones I've used 7.5 centimeter square. Now again, you can look at the patterns that you want to create and various different aspects like that. So hopefully you found this useful.